Hey guys, welcome to this video. I thought I'd just run down the EUR and discuss what we're seeing at the moment. I haven't done the EUR this month, I don't believe, so I'll probably re-upload this. If you can like, share, comment, subscribe, get my free training, that'd be fantastic. So EUR is quite an interesting pair. It looks a little bit like Pound New Zealand has, but as of late, this sideways movement, okay, and I'll label it with two horizontal lines, and obviously I've circled the area. This sideways movement has gone on for a significant period of time. It's gone on since April 2023 to October 2023. So that's 6 months of sideways movement. You've got rejection to the downside and rejection to the upside. Okay, so you know there's a little bit of indecision this year from the springtime now to the autumn. Well, depending where you are in the world, obviously that's how it is where I am. But that indecision has been reflected in the market, and that's why the market is moving sideways like this. And that is also represented by the fact that you have had your stochastic oscillator overbought. But of course, as I always say, you cannot pretend that the market cannot go higher, because it can. And often after sideways movement, that is what will happen. Okay, it might not shoot up straight away, but it's got the potential to. So trading it from now, probably looking ahead from the short side, because you're pushing up so quickly with this, you've had 4 green candles, it wouldn't entirely shock me if you come up above this high. And that is reflected within the fact that if I go to my monthly, you can see this candle is very, very, very strong. Okay, now it's important to note now that that doesn't make this a long. You shouldn't be buying this, because if you're buying it now, you're simply buying into resistance. You're buying where people have previously sold. Okay, price action levels or resistance. It makes no sense to buy into them, because they're places where you can see that the market has previously fell. So you know it's a short zone. So you shouldn't be selling, you shouldn't be buying into those. But having said that, I do think ultimately you will come above this, just because of how you're shaping up on the monthly. Nonetheless, if you're going to short sell this, I would only do it lightly at the moment, and I would reflect on these previous price action levels, which you can see they're very minor. So I wouldn't expect a big reaction, which is why I think you're going to beat the high. But you could lightly dip your toe in and take a light short. Ultimately, I expect perhaps that you may continue on and come up here, and then it becomes a question of where you fall from there. Now you can see from what I've got on my chart, there isn't an awful deal of price action in the way. So for that reason, if you're going to short higher within the long-term downtrend, which has gone on since the financial crisis, okay, you can see that here because your highs are like this. I wouldn't be surprised if you do get higher ultimately, but if you're going to short, it's going to have to be light, and you're going to have to spread those positions out, because you don't really have any key reference point of price action on these monthly charts. You would have to dig down and go in your weekly, okay? And then you might find something like what I've just drawn, which happens to coincide exactly with where I drew the arrow to short the market. Okay, and it comes in here because this, and you just have to zoom in slightly, but this weekly resistance is what you would have to go off if you were looking to take short entries, okay? Because it's the only reference point you've got. You've got nothing on the monthly. You're going to have to refer to your weekly for shorts. So again, like I said, just because of how quickly the market is moving up, it doesn't make it a buy. I'm not buying it. I wouldn't buy it. I would only short it from here, because you're looking to short after moves up. Okay, you shouldn't be buying after moves up, shorting them. So although I think it's going to go higher, be absolutely clear that I'm not interested in buying unless I have a dip, because I'm a trader and I'm looking for those dips in the market, low prices, so that I can get long. But nonetheless, my long-term bias remains short, and I would be short now and short higher up. But I'd really consider spacing out those shorts, because I think you can drift for a considerable amount of time. On your daily, you've got minor price action within here, and that's why I would look short at the moment. So that is your short bias for the EUR. Looking for the long side, I'm going to start back on my monthly for this. I would expect, if you do fall, in the long term, you may return to where I've just drawn this arrow. That is because it coincides with your earliest point of key price action, which is there. And you've had various key price action levels previously as well. Okay, all along here. So a pullback from here really wouldn't shock me. It would coincide with the sideways market you've already seen, and hence that would be a place where one may decide to get long. Okay, so first of all, you would require a fall from this area or this candle here, but you can see it's pushing very harshly into these candle wicks, which have already shown a slight bit of strength. So just be careful. I wouldn't be buying now, and I think you'll probably dwindle sideways and you have a much more applicable long. If you get any lower than that, I would start to refer to lower levels of price action, and I would expect you'll get a bounce at those. Likely your stochastic oscillator will pour over, and of course, like I said, that will set the premise for those long entries. Okay, and of course that comes down right here, which is a really key tech zone, because you've got an amalgamation of moving averages all coming together, really strong support, and of course it's within this newfound uptrend, which you could be more viable using your weekly or daily. Monthly's a bit too near for me for that to judge that as an extremely strong uptrend in the very long term. So there's my bias. Only short higher, and I would only short lightly. Don't go crazy. Anything long, similar, until you get much lower. You'll have far more viable entries and areas to make a trade. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Underneath this video is my free training. See you in the next one.